Very juicy, as you can tell.
This is probably the most dangerous thing that we're gonna eat today.
Extra scoop of diabetes. It smells very strong. Wow.
Somebody just ordered something on fire.
I think this is the latest we've ever had dinner. I hope you can hear me because there is some very good Turkish music blasting right now. It is 9:52. My watch thinks I'm going to sleep. We just landed in Istanbul, Turkey, the biggest city in Europe. We're starving. Traveling here was crazy a bit. We're here, we're gonna have some beer, we're gonna have some kebab. Vernon ordered some other things that I can't pronounce. We might get some hookah. I don't know, we'll see where the night takes us. I don't know if this is a Turkish beer. I just tried it, it's interesting. Vernon, your turn?
It's kind of dark. Let's see.
It's good. It's kind of like caramel aftertaste.
Yeah, it does have that. I mean, I'm not a beer person, but we're gonna get a
saying that.
We say that. I understand. We say that everywhere we go, and it's true. We're not, right? Like at home, we don't really drink that much beer. We drink mostly wine if we are drinking. But when you come to these kinds of places, something unique like this, you definitely have to try it. And why not?
Well, after being in Istanbul for 30 minutes, there's a lot of unique stuff.
Yeah, plus after a drink, honestly, after the trip, the airlines, and starting to make a video, you know, I feel like you loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, don't click off. It's going to get better. Subscribe. Vernon, what are we eating?
All right, so we ordered the stuffed grape leaves, and then these, like, they look like cheese sticks. I guess these are like some kind of Turkish mozzarella sticks. So I'm going to go with these first. They look kind of unique. I just said stuffed cheese.
Wow. That looks good.
The yogurt is kind of powerful. It kind of just covers up the taste of everything. These are fried. Really, really good. Very hot. But the cheese inside is like a chalky, powdery cheese. Here, take a bite.
Mmm.
What kind of cheese?
It's a very...
It's like a sweet cheese, right?
It's the cheese when you eat and it gets squeaky on your teeth.
Oh.
It's the squeaky cheese.
Squeaky cheese, yeah. I forgot the name of that.
Our descriptions.
Yeah, we'll put that inside the bottom of the screen here. But yes, just think of it, squeaky cheese. It's good. I love it.
It's super savory. Yeah. I'm going to try with the sauce.
Mm-hmm. This is dolma. If you ever look up dolma, D-O-L-M-A, you're going to find stuff like this. Ooh, very vinegary. Let me just try it without the sauce.
Vinegary. Interesting.
Oh my God.
Is it cold or hot? It looks cold.
It's cold.
It's cold. Okay.
Yeah, it's stuffed with some kind of it's like a rice or something like that. You can definitely taste like the grape on the grape leaves. So good.
The portion sizes here, oh my God. I thought we just ordered like a small kebab. No, we got rice, we got French fries, we got more tomatoes, 2 salads, we got olives, and we got this, look at this bread. My head for scale. It's also fluffy. Let's give this a try because there's nothing inside. I'm like, is it stuffed?
It's like a giant pillow bread.
It's simple. It's very, definitely fresh. The portion sizes here so far, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dip this in the olive oil. We already had some of the olives, and let me just say, those are incredible. I'm not a huge fan of olives.
I am.
Yeah, that's all Vernon, but let's see the olive oil. In the last video, we were in Tuscany trying all the olive oil. Now we're in Turkey, so let's see. Oh, it's zesty.
Yeah, they can put a bunch of seasoning and herbs and everything else like that, and olive oil on top of the olives. Seems a little bit overkill with the olive stuff going on, but it's awesome.
So the olive oil here compared to the one... Traffic? The olive oil here compared to the one we're used to in Tuscany, it's a little, I would say not watery, but it's not as thick as the one in Tuscany. The color is also more yellow versus the one in Tuscany is more like green and gold. But honestly, it's still pretty delicious. They also add seasoning to the olive oil here.
Maybe there's like a vinegar in there as well. Maybe that's why it's a little watery.
That's possible. I want to try this spicy kebab. I honestly don't think I've ever had like actual Turkish food, but I want to see what their level of spicy is. Oh my God.
Somebody just ordered something on fire.
Oh shit, isn't it? Oh my, ooh. It's got a kick, much better than the Italian spicy, but it's still like, I would say a 4 out of 10 spicy. But honestly, the other thing that hits me, how fresh this lamb is.
Dude, I feel like in this city, you are never gonna go hungry.
No.
This is literally the first stop, and everything around us is restaurants and restaurants and restaurants.
I'm happy they're not gonna weigh us when we get back on the plane, because there's definitely gonna be some extra baggage. Oh my God, he had it in his hand. Oh. Oh, wow. You didn't order that? Vernon didn't order that.
I didn't know what the hell that was. I didn't know that they were setting stuff on fire.
They are open till 2 a.m. Restaurants here open till like 2, 3 a.m. That's crazy.
Super cool, but I honestly thought we were just gonna pay because the waiter came by and collected our plates, and I thought he was gonna come by with the check and everything else. But they came by and they gave us these really cool little glasses of tea and baklava, and I guess that's just customary. I don't know. We're gonna have to see in the rest of our trip, but so far we're off to a great start.
Yeah, this is, he said, is on the house. Like a little treat. I hope there's no caffeine in there because it's like 10:30.
Seriously, yeah, that's gonna be messed up.
They drive like crazy here.
They are crazy
I'm just
drivers.
gonna say that right now. They drive like crazy.
I want to try this baklava. Let's see. It's oh man, the honey. Oh, you like honey?
I know. I love baklava.
Is the way to go. It's very, very sticky. It's like a flaky pastry if you haven't had it before. Oh my God.
Does baklava come from Turkey? I'm gonna have to look that up.
I think it does. I think it does. Or it just comes from this region in general. But yeah, you have this very thin but multi-layered flaky pastry that's just covered in honey, pistachio on top. It's amazing. This is probably the best way to end a dinner, especially on our first night. Couldn't get any better.
Honestly, right now, I got excited like a little kid because the sugar is a sugar cube. I love these. I haven't seen these in years. It's so hard to find. And it's literally a sugar cube. That's it, and you mix. I love it. I feel like I'm in those old school movies.
It's not really blending well. Maybe you have to let it sit for a second.
I know. No,
Now it is. Yeah.
You gotta trust the process.
I kind of wonder what this tastes like because I've heard that the tea and the coffee in Turkey is very strong and very bitter, which I don't mind, honestly. I'm down for that.
I think the kitty likes the warmth.
He's loving it.
Oh yeah.
It's so warm over here now.
So here is my first raw reaction of very hot Turkish coffee. Let's see. Oh my God. It smells, no exaggeration, like it's gonna put some hair on my chest. It smells very strong. Ooh, oh my God. It has a taste, aftertaste of cinnamon. It's very silky smooth, very rich, very like aromatic, very perfuming. Wow. It is unlike any coffee I have ever had before. And I've had a lot of coffees. This is definitely...
This is different than Starbucks?
Especially Starbucks.
I don't think it's anywhere close.
I wonder if Starbucks, though, has like Turkish coffee here. You gotta check that out.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Whoa.
Right?
Whoa, it's like I just ate all the grounds. I just took a handful of coffee just straight from the bag, and this one like that. It's strong.
Doesn't it have like an interesting aftertaste? It has like an aftertaste of like some type of dried fruit.
Yeah, I can see the dried fruit part, but to me, the seasoning or the spices or whatever's inside of that coffee just hit you more than anything else. It's really, really potent. Next up, I want to try this breakfast here. So this is a traditional Turkish breakfast. It kind of just looks like people are eating like vegetable salads. But
it's healthy, it's good.
With cucumbers. This looks like honey. Whoa, the honey is thick.
And butter.
Green and black olives, butter, some kind of a jam. Ooh. Maybe cherry. Because when we were on the plane, the lady gave me cherry juice, so maybe that's that. What is this? This is like chocolate?
I think it's fig jam. No. Pistachio?
Whoa. It kind of has the consistency of Nutella, but it's sweet for sure. Like I don't know if it's like a hazelnut spread or something like that, but it's very interesting. It kind of tastes like gravy too. We have.
I don't know.
Yeah, a bunch of random stuff here. We're gonna have to keep just digging through it to try to see what it is.
See, meat, cheese. I think those are raisins and hazelnuts.
Yeah, really, really good. It looks like a very healthy breakfast.
And then here we have an omelet with Turkish pepperoni.
I'm guessing it's very halal. And then over here, just an egg, like a fried egg.
Very crispy, and of course bread. So I'm curious to see if this has that squeaky cheese on the inside too. Ooh, it's very, very delicate. I thought it was gonna be flaky, like those puff pastries. It's not. It's actually very moist and delicate. Oh. It's a little chewy. It doesn't really have much of a flavor. It's very neutral. I think that explains why you have butter, honey, jam to go with this, because you can either make it either sweet or savory. And the other interesting thing is that you have here, this is cheese. This is like string cheese.
Actually, I think I remembered what the name of that squeaky cheese was. Halloumi.
Ah, ooh, that's a very good cheese. Hazelnut. I don't know what kind of ham.
I don't think it's ham.
Well, beef ham.
Beef ham.
That's what it is. Interesting color. It's definitely like more pink. Oh my god. It tastes better. Has more flavor.
Better than ham?
Better than ham. I should try. I think this is more of the halloumi cheese. I'm eating everything with my hands because I love eating with my hands. No, it's not the squeaky cheese. Ooh.
Is it cheese though?
It's cheese. It's very, very salty. I don't have any moisture in my mouth to talk.
One of the things I noticed that we saw in a few of the menus so far is soup. I'm guessing this lentil soup is common here. I don't know if it's just Istanbul or Turkey in general, but I couldn't pass it up the third time after seeing it. So they gave us a little bit of bread, and I'm gonna dip this in the soup and check it out. Very creamy.
Really?
Very creamy.
It smells very beany. Like as soon as he brought it to the table, I was like, ooh.
Whatever's inside of it is very finely ground up because all you see is just the liquid soup. This was the one I was a little bit more suspicious of because I don't know how far away we are from the hotel. They gave us this drink called Aryan, which is like a yogurt. Well, I guess it's kind of like kefir if you ever had one, or just any kind of drinkable yogurt.
In a very cold metal glass.
It's like drinking sour milk.
Really? Ooh, I like that.
Not in a bad way though, but it is very sour. Here, check this out.
I feel like one of the Istanbul cats just right enjoying the sunshine. It's cold here, but it's like not windy, not humid. It's a weird temperature here. Let's see. The top looks very interesting.
Very foamy.
Yeah. Oh, that's refreshing. I think if you have like a really meat-heavy meal, this will cut through like the fat and the grease of that.
It kind of tastes like a plain lassi that you get at those Indian restaurants. Have you ever had that before?
Yeah, I think it's like a very mild, like just regular kefirs you can get, but it has just like what it's supposed to be. Like this is the base, and then you add like whatever strawberry flavors or whatever mango. That's what I prefer.
I'm guessing that's the traditional flavor, is the one without anything.
No, but it's not bad. Like I would drink this. So this is their 100% beef, grilled to order, and then this is supposed to be their spicy house-made salsa. Oh my god.
Is it actually spicy?
No.
What does it taste like?
The tomato, the pepper, it's so creamy. It's so good, like very fresh. It's got a little kick, it's just a little bit. So far I haven't had anything spicy in Istanbul. I will say all the ingredients here, these are also served with these peppers. I think they're pickled. Very juicy, as you can tell. These remind me of those peppers we have on hot dogs in Chicago.
Oh yeah, like the sport peppers.
Yes, these are so good with that. But this meat, super delicious, super creamy, really well marinated. You get a perfect bite. With this, let's see it, right?
How's it stack?
This kind of like refreshes your palate before you eat it, so it kind of cuts through like the rich greasy meat. It's really good.
Cool, so one of the things that we saw all over the city are these little vendors, and they look like they're selling these kind of like circular bread things. So we wanted to get one and try one. These are called Simit. This one has cheese in it. It kind of looks just like a bagel. I looked at it, I'm thinking bagel right away.
So you can have them with cheese, you can have them plain with Nutella, with jam. I think this one was 30 lira, so that's a little under $1. It smells really good, like the sesame seeds are toasted.
It tastes like a bagel. Yeah.
Turkish bagel.
Turkish bagel. If you like bagels, definitely get one of these, but the cheese on top isn't that much more different than cream cheese. We're probably gonna get flamed in the comment section with people trying to correct us, but it honestly just tastes like cream cheese and a bagel.
Turkish cream cheese. If you're unsure, just add Turkish to the beginning of it. It saves your butt. But I love this. You got the Turkish bagel, you got the flag, you have the mosque behind you. Like this is the place to enjoy a snack.
It's really beautiful. A lot of people come to this particular spot to just people watch, and I can definitely see why. There's just a lot of people going back and forth. There's little things to eat. The weather's beautiful right now. There's like a dozen mosques to check out in the local area.
And there's cats for you to play with.
Yeah, definitely. The cats always look like they're hunting something. I'm kind of worried if it's me or if it's just a bird. So of course, when letting Maryana choose what we're gonna eat, she chose fish. But to be fair, this city is kind of popular for that. I kind of chickened out, literally. And I went with chicken shish kebab. I kind of think that, I've always heard that shish kebabs come from Turkey, although that's probably like oversimplified. But I wanted to see what it was like. So I got one of these at this restaurant, and I'm looking to just dig in.
I hope you can hear Vernon, because the music here is very loud.
Wow.
I think this is the first time we're having chicken here. We've been having a lot of beef and lamb.
That chicken is very juicy. I'm guessing it's a little fatty, which I'm okay with it because it's delicious. But they always give you the same sort of things I've noticed. Whenever you come to these restaurants, they give you like a...
They also give you yogurt, and I think it's like kind of the tomato pepper paste and bread.
So anyway, like I was saying, they give you the main item, which is the chicken shish kebab here. We have this rice, this giant pepper. There's always the same pepper. I think these are beets, onions, potato, grilled tomato, and then these like kind of sauces. This is just, it seems like the food never ends too. Whenever we order at a restaurant, we sometimes have to stop recording because people just keep bringing more stuff out. And I always thought like, didn't we just order everything already? Is that our order? But I guess that's just how it is in Turkey.
I went with the fish, and that is a big fish. It's one of the local ones here. I forgot the name. I'm sorry, I was too hungry to remember. And we are on 14,000 steps today. So you don't see the behind the camera work that goes into making sometimes videos and exploring.
So if it looks like we're eating too much, it's okay. We kind of work it off with all of these little sites and stuff that we're seeing.
Yeah.
No problem.
But nobody tells you, Istanbul is kind of like, there's a lot of hilly areas, very uneven grounds. So I think I almost sprained my ankle twice today. And there's a lot of stairs. There's stairs for everything to go up and down, like a lot of the mosques, a lot of the museums, a lot of the exhibits. It's just, let's try the fish. I digress. You could have probably fooled somebody if this is chicken. Honestly, I'm gonna fool Vernon right now. If you didn't see that this was a fish, I don't think I've ever had a fish like this. It doesn't get burnt. There's no seasoning here whatsoever. It's not like a fishy fish.
No.
Like salmon, you taste fish. I think tilapia, tuna, you taste fish. But this, you don't taste that. It tastes like chicken. Like if you put some seasoning or like some type of sauce on there, it could be chicken.
Yeah, it's a lot more subtle. Honestly, I wouldn't have mind getting that, sorry.
This is why you gotta try new things. Like I'm gonna try some Vernon's chicken.
Yeah, she's right about that. I gotta expand my horizons a little bit.
Don't be a picky eater, especially when you're traveling. Damn, that is a juicy chicken. Delicious. Man, the food in Turkey so far, I have not been disappointed. We just keep eating and eating, and there's honestly so much to try that I don't think in the next 48 hours we're gonna run out.
Maryana is like the Snow White of Istanbul.
Oh my God, they're so hungry. Oh my God, there's another one coming. I should have bought more food.
Honestly, that's kind of how I feel here in this city.
Oh.
They're eating well, we're eating well.
The little baby's eating.
Oh God, okay, yeah.
I think Vernon said he's getting avocado toast.
No.
Now you gotta get the good stuff.
Yeah, whatever this menemen is. Menemen.
It sounds like you said manamana.
That's what it looks like too. It's the first page right here, see?
Oh.
Menemen. These must be like their actual local foods.
Yeah, we found like a random cafe for now in the middle of the bazaar because a lot of the vendors were here at 8:30 are still opening up. So we're gonna give them a little bit of time.
So I guess this is a kind of Turkish scrambled eggs dish that we found here in the bazaar. This one is called menemen, and it has scrambled eggs, green peppers, tomatoes, and what looks like some kind of a seasoning on there. He asked me if I wanted the sinek that we got yesterday. I should have said no because I think it already came with bread, but it's okay because I kind of want to see how this compares to the stuff that we got on the street from the vendor. So I'm gonna eat this first just by itself.
I feel like in a lot of touristy areas, when you go to a place, they're gonna try to like get you to order as much as possible. We haven't had our coffee, so Vernon felt prey for the low-key scam.
Yeah, well, he did add extra bread to something that already comes with bread, so that was a waste for sure. But I am glad that I get to try it compared to the street food one. This one is a bit softer, maybe because the street food guy had his out all day. This is the morning, so maybe these are baked fresh. But these actually do taste a lot more like pretzels than the one that we had yesterday, which kind of just tastes like a bagel. But I feel like these would be really, really good to try with this dish here. This stuff is smoking hot. Heavy, heavy tomato flavor. Kind of reminds me of shakshuka, if you've ever had that. I've seen that in a lot of places in the US, but this is very, very heavy on the tomato flavor. You can even see the green peppers inside of it, which is good. This is a very like savory morning dish. If you like stuff that's savory in the morning, this is perfect. But they also have stuff that we're gonna try in a little bit that are almost like just desserts. I don't know if they eat that by itself in the morning, but we're gonna try and let you know.
I am the master of butchering names. So here I have the baslama toast, which is a flatbread with local kasar cheese, Turkish fermented sausage, and marinated olives with some cherry tomatoes. Oh, those are on the side. But let's see this cheese and the fermented sausage you can see on the inside. That's kind of interesting. The cheese, honestly.
Have you had this one yet?
No, I haven't had, but the cheese doesn't have like a lot of flavor.
Maybe it's more of like a texture thing. It just kind of holds the pepperoni
Yeah,
or the sausage inside of the bread.
The sausage though, the sausage here is definitely much more different than what we're used to in America and in Italy. It has like that beefy, earthy kind of taste. It doesn't taste anything fermented about it. It's very, very oily. I think there's some type of seeds or some type of like a gritty seasoning inside. It's very savory, like extremely savory, and I'm a savory person. But like this with the toasted, the bread, the cheese, it's a really nice combination. I ordered a pistachio coffee and I'm wondering if that's a good combination with this. Stay tuned for the us looking for bathrooms at the Grand Bazaar.
One of the things I was really curious about though is this coffee that I ordered because I had no idea what it was. I ordered it anyway and then I just looked it up. So I wanted to let you guys know. This is an Ottoman Dibek coffee. Apparently this is one of the most traditional types of coffee you can get in Turkey. It tastes like chocolate milk with some kind of a spice in there. I think it's cardamom. So the way that they make this coffee is they grind up the beans really coarsely instead of really fine. And then when they steep the coffee, apparently it has a more mild taste and it's creamier. It definitely is creamier. They also put other like little seasonings inside of there like cardamom and cocoa. So I guess those are spices, not seasonings. But yeah, this is pretty damn good. I could go for these all day.
Oh wow. It's also kind of minty. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely a very unique coffee.
That's an amazing coffee.
That's like the sweetest dark coffee I've had. I decided to go with something totally different to me, and it's the Sark coffee with pistachio. It smells like pistachio. Wow. It tastes kind of like Vernon's, but it's a bit more earthy. It's not as sweet or creamy.
I think mine might be sweet because of the cocoa.
Wow, but it's crazy because you would think, let's say, if you're used to just drinking like black coffee, if you're an American, you add like creamer to your coffee, you would think that there's creamer in this coffee, but there isn't.
What's really cool though is that whenever you Google or look up on YouTube Turkish coffee, it's usually that kind where they're like cooking it in a hot sand and there's only one type of coffee. It seems like so far from what we found, there are like at least 5 different types of coffee that we've seen normally in the city that are all traditional types of coffee, but they all taste very, very different.
Watch, we're gonna get some Turkish people commenting like you guys are just getting scammed. So let us know in the comments. So hopefully we learn so somebody else can not make the same mistakes.
Yeah,
so
we're drinking
comment
scam
down
coffee.
below.
Is the coffee fake too, like the purses and the watches?
So on this trip, Vernon's been overindulging in all the olives, and I do mean all the olives that Istanbul has to offer.
Olives are one of the few things I think I can eat any time of the day. I just never get over them. They're just so good. They're probably one of those addictive foods. Like for some people like Maryana, it's sunflower seeds. I think for me, it's olives. Okay, so and then continuing our tradition from last week of eating things in the morning that you're not supposed to be eating, we went with this thing here. This looks like a baklava with pistachio on top and ice cream in the middle.
This is like every kid's dream.
Yeah, I mean, every Turkish kid's dream for sure.
Ice cream sandwich for breakfast.
This is the Turkish ice cream sandwich. Whoa, which is falling apart.
Yeah, there's not really a graceful way of eating baklava, especially if you cut it with a fork. It just totally disintegrates. Vernon's drinking the love tea. Do you feel the love? Oh, thank you.
So far.
So that is this one.
All right, I want to give a shout out to a very special guest in this video, and it's going to be my belt. This, and I'll tell you why in a second. This is actually kind of relevant. So this belt is pretty cool because it locks in place like this. Like that, right? And it stays locked. But obviously, there are times where after we ate a little too much, the cool thing is I can just hit this little switch here and it kind of loosens up. And that way it doesn't feel as tight on you when you're walking around after you just gorged out on some baklava. Now this is something I think that Maryana got for me off of Amazon for like $20. But I will say, these things, they make a big difference.
R.I.P. our guts.
Got this thing called the Viyana coffee, which if I remember correctly, it was basically like every dessert that they had just dumped inside of a coffee. I'm assuming that there's actual food inside of this thing because they gave us a spoon for it. I'm not sure if that's for like whipped cream. Very heavy.
Guess what I got, guys? Just guess.
Well, let's see, it's fall. Maryana likes Starbucks.
There is Starbucks here.
Maryana has Uggs.
This feels like a personal attack now.
Pumpkin spice latte.
Yes, I found a pumpkin spice latte in Turkey.
At a local Turkish coffee place.
Exactly, this
right?
is not Starbucks.
Yeah, they do
Can
have
confirm.
Starbucks, but this isn't Starbucks.
We also got the very Instagrammable Sebastian cheesecake. It's very priced. Well, it's overpriced. That's what everyone says. But for most people, they say it's worth the hype. So we came here to test it out. You ready?
I'm ready. Whoa.
No, that's not how you do it.
What are you supposed to do?
I'll do it. Eat your piece.
Oh, I'll put it back. Don't see this on YouTube. Don't see this. All right, let me try it anyway.
This is what you gotta show your husband what you saw on Instagram.
Wow. Oh,
It's very rich.
it's very rich. It's very sweet. My teeth are falling out.
Good,
I'm so
good.
glad I got a dental cleaning like a couple weeks ago.
You can get another one in Turkey
Yeah.
for like 30 bucks.
Yeah, well, I feel like I'm gonna need to get one. I see why they're so cheap now.
Dude, the chocolate pour. Oh my God. How's your coffee?
Oh,
Did you get to it yet?
I feel like you have to eat your way into the coffee.
They put so much cinnamon on top of this whipped cream. I feel like I'm about to do the cinnamon challenge. Ooh. Dude, the cinnamon here is dude, it is. I gotta get to my coffee.
I'm curious as to how this compares to, let's say, the Starbucks pumpkin spice lattes.
I'm trying to get to it. There's like a pound of the whipped cream. The flavor, so like if you have Starbucks pumpkin spice lattes, so let's say that flavor is 5, right? This is like an 8. Like it's elevated. It's elevated because the cream is very creamy, like very fatty, definitely. But the latte is very, like, they put a lot of herbs in here, a lot of spices in here. I love the Turkish take on the pumpkin spice latte for sure. So this is how everyone does this cheesecake on Instagram. You're supposed to go like this, right? And you're supposed to go like this. So you get extra scoop of diabetes. It's so sweet. I just put all of that on the roof of my mouth. All it tastes is the Belgian chocolate. Let me get just the cheesecake on the side. The little one piece that's not drenched in chocolate. Oh yeah. The cheesecake, super creamy, super velvety, not too sweet. With the chocolate, I think it's a bit much. But I think when you're splitting it with somebody else, it's not that bad. This is definitely a treat yourself kind of a dessert. Because if you're eating this by yourself, RIP your guts. I've been dying to try Turkish mante, which are essentially like, if you're familiar with ravioli or with pierogies. So, but these are filled traditionally either with lamb, minced lamb, or beef. Let's see, first one in Turkey. From my experience, I think these are closer to pierogies from what I've had than I would say raviolis.
What's that sauce on top of it?
What do you think?
Probably sour cream or some kind of yogurt.
Yogurt. It's a garlicky
and tomato
yogurt.
Sauce.
Yeah. So it's a tomato sauce, but this is like a garlicky yogurt. It's just the most subtle amount of garlic, so you can actually enjoy the rest of your day. But they're very good. The dough is a little thicker, a little chewier than like on the ravioli or pierogies. I think raviolis have the thinner dough, then it goes pierogies, and I think that goes the mante. But this is really nice. And I have my first glass of Turkish wine. I don't know what it is on the menu, but let me just tell you, it is, I don't like the glass. I'm just gonna say I don't like the glass. It's very awkward to hold. I like the regular wine glasses. So I gotta have to hold it like a fish bowl. But the taste of this wine, 10 out of 10. Like, I am very, very impressed. I'm a wine connoisseur, you can say.
We're just a wine mom to a corgi. I saw this thing on the menu and I thought this is cool. It's called Sultan's Delight. It's like a beef stew. And what looks like a, I don't know, is it hummus? No.
What is that?
The beef stew is very, very soft and tender. There's, of course, tomatoes and green peppers on there. I feel like they put tomatoes and green peppers on everything here. I don't mind. I love it. And then there's this. It looks kind of like an oatmeal.
Is it similar to like a polenta? Do you think it's corn?
Yeah, I don't know if it's, I don't think it's corn, but it does taste like an oatmeal. I don't know. I kind of want to keep it a secret because I feel like if I order this again somewhere else, I'm just going to keep ordering it. If I saw it again somewhere else, I'll keep ordering it. Really, really good either way. Very simple dish, not too high end, and I had to pair it with kombucha. I didn't know that they did kombucha here in Turkey, but why not? All right, so this is probably the most dangerous thing that we're gonna eat today, and probably the most stressful time I've ever ordered food. We are in an alley somewhere in Turkey, in Istanbul. Yeah, I think that might be a garbage truck. But anyway, we were just in line at this really, really cool place where all these locals are ordering this thing called a durum with pomegranate sauce. It's kind of like a wrap, and it kind of looks like we're eating raw beef. But maybe it's something like beef tartare, maybe like a Turkish beef tartare. It is really, really different. And I gotta be honest, the guy's really, really intense. He's like yelling at people, but hey, if people are coming here to eat, he must be doing a great job. So let's see what this tastes like. So this is all wrapped inside of a pita bread, which is called lavash here. Super good. It's very spicy. It's very minced. There's a lot of like little seasons and herbs inside there. There's probably like 100 different types of things inside there, so it's really hard to explain what it tastes like. Just know that it's very aromatic. There's tons of herbs. It's a little spicy. And he's got lettuce and the pomegranate sauce that goes on top of it. But this guy is working at like the pace of a jackrabbit or something. He's just going. So this is pretty awesome.
I already got some pomegranate sauce on me, so I need to be very careful. So it's like double wrapped in the lavash. It's super simple. Like Vernon said, very intense to order it. The line goes fast. There's a little area in there to eat it, but it's packed, as you can imagine, something being this popular. Let's give it a bite. Oh my God. Wow. You definitely taste the texture of, that's how you know you're eating street food. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look it up. But you taste Can you get a close-up of that? You see the little grains? You can see the little grains of something inside there. That's with the meat. It's so perfumey. This is probably the spiciest thing we've had in Istanbul so far. Just the price. By the way, this is huge. We already ate some. This was 60 lira. So which is about $2. I think less than $2 for this just big meat wrap, essentially with veggies. It's healthy. There's lettuce in there. So it's, health. After all the beer and wine we've been drinking.